Good evening and welcome to round 4 of the Gran Turismo Elite Tier here in ERL. We are 1 minute away from qualifying starting. Okay, we are all pretty much good to go. So as soon as the clock hits 10 past 7, we'll be underway for a 10-minute qualifying session around the Road Atlanta course in the United States. Short lap here, just a 12 turn circuit. Corners come at you one after another. There are there's a main straight and then also the big chicane at the back of the lap, which I'd imagine will be the main overtaking zones, but particularly turn one's not into a hard braking zone, so that could be interesting to see if moves can be done into there. I'd imagine the majority be done into the chicane, but as there is only the one overtaking place, it's likely to be defended hard. So I think qualifying will be very important here. I don't think you're going to want to be in the middle of the pack here with such a tricky first sector where it's very narrow. Turns coming at you left, right, trying to go side by side through there. All the cars ahead is going to be tricky. So let's get our race info on. And we'll do our usual thing that we'll probably go up with the lead car on track, which looks to be Highfield, and we'll probably do the first lap on board with him, and then we will fly through the order. Highfield's got a decent little gap there. The SH Dunn's right behind him would be one to watch. Almost always a strong qualifier. A tricky qualifying last time out in Brazil, but he'll be looking to correct that here tonight. And Jaguar looking absolutely splendid. I think Highfield's getting more and more to grips with his new Fanatec setup. Going from wheel to pad, it's not as easy as people would think. You're going to put the wheel in it instantly quicker. But picking up the different steering habits, different braking techniques, the way the game responds to the equipment you're using, really makes a big difference. Looks like everyone's now left the pit, so I've got 10-minute qualifying here with a continuation as well. So as long as they get to the line before the 10 minutes, they will complete them. But let's get on board here for a lap of Road Atlanta. So you can see there, you have to stay flat through there, even if it means running right at the exit curve. Difficult turn one, feels like the track's always wanting to go away from you. You really need to maximise the track limits. Here it's about, again, cutting as much as you can get away with and riding these curbs to help rotate the car. You can see as we go into the dipper, this is blind. Even if you're on bonnet cam, that is pretty much blind. Again here, it's about maximising the curves, running as wide as the game will let you. It's neat and tidy around there. A couple of apex bits, but it's carried good speed through, which is the key. And again here, you go into fast right-hander where maybe the apex isn't key, but carrying the corner speed is. Into the tight turn here, using the curve to rotate the car around. So far, I got to say, there's a bank lap which is very neat and tidy. Onto one of the two straights I mentioned where we're probably going to see the most overtaking. Just looking here as well, we do have a tailwind which will assist with the slipstream. Last week in Brazil, where it's very hard to overtake, it's because we had a headwind down the main straight, whereas here we have a tailwind, so that should help the slipstream. Again, just clipping the curve. These curves here can really throw you around, so again, different cars will take them differently as well. But Highfield's going to set our first banker, which is a 1:18.5, immediately beaten by SH Dunn, who expect to go well here. Dad Leisure again, but it's in a solid low 1:18. Expect the pole to be in the 16, so there was some talk in the week of a 15, but I think that would really take some going. But we'd expect them to ramp up. Everyone's going to want to get a banker lap in first. Tell you what, it's a great effort from Papa Steve though, as one of the GT drivers. We are really seeing a closing the gap between the GT Pros and the GTs. Now, you could potentially put that down to the fact that the GT guys get to almost do a practice race before, but there's obviously nothing stopping the pros from practicing, as they know they've got a guaranteed seat for this race. So, kind of swings and roundabouts there. JH Racing, who's back from serving a ban last time out, goes straight into P3. He'll be happy with that, although he's right on the tail of Captain Bongo, and that will be holding him up for sure, so might want to get a bit of free space for his next run. Smiley's taken the pole, and now provisional pole, just a tenth ahead of SH Dunn. I think it was a short lap here. going to be really interesting. So probably the one we want to watch right now is Penelope. Championship lead at the minute. It's won rounds 2 and 3 fairly comfortable after being quite a distant P2 in round 1 to SH done. So let's see who here. Looked a little bit nervous through there, but who are we taking at the minute? Just under Smiley's time, but man, looks close. Qualifying, to be fair, it reminded me a bit of last season in the F1 where if you compare Penelope to Max Verstappen, and actually wasn't Max Verstappen's kind of daughter called Penelope, so there's definitely a link there. But anyway, qualifying looks very close, but in the race pace seems phenomenal and seems to be able to run soft tyres in the race and warm soft tyres and still be very quick. 10th faster than SH Dunn's time at the minute, which is 17.5. Time's already starting to tumble, as we can see. Let's see where this puts her. Again, just looks super silky smooth, you've got to say. Takes pole, but it's a 10th in it. I think this will be a tight quali. It's a very short lap, 12 turns. I think we'll be on for a tight one here. You see Chunky just put his prediction in. Let's just see if SH Stone can respond. Not on that lap, so that's how the next one goes. He's our reigning champion in the Porsche. Like I said, what a lap from Dad Leisure at the minute to get into P4. As I said, these GT drivers are really starting to mix it with the pros now. And this week, just due to a few absences and limitations of one of the drivers serving a ban in the pro category, so it has allowed more than usual GT drivers to get through, but they will hold their own here, I'm absolutely certain of that. Just see if Smiley can respond at all. He'll want a good qualifying position, well, as we said, you always do here, but the Porsche really struggles off the line. Just see if Dad Leisure's improving at all. At the minute, you're going to say he's going to be phenomenally happy with a P4. Just off his time at the minute. I mean, he's a 10th to get up to P3 and take Smiley's place. And the Reese's Mercedes there. Not a fan of it myself. Not the colour scheme looks good. I've been talking about the Reese's chocolate, but my brother-in-law's chocolate of choice, so more of a dairy milk guy. But there's an improvement there. It stays in P4. Panda, who's been, I'd say, by far and away the most improved driver this season. He's currently in P6, he's just been picked by Boss into P5. We'll get back to the battle for pole as we head towards the end of the session, but let's just drop down the field. So we've got Panda in P6, Lucky Egg in P7. Not as many straights for that Super to show it straight line speed here, but might see him come into his own in the race because it's such a good car and tyres. The tyre overall here isn't too bad, but the rears, particularly rear left, take a real pounding, so that will be one to watch. JH is improving, he's past Bongo now. However's got a serve penalty. The filthy, I expect him to be, I mean, it's a thing though, you look at the pace, and particularly someone like Penelope in the top 10 are covered by 7 tenths. In top 11 are covered by 7 tenths. Make that top 12. So you've got the top 13 all within a second of pole. I'd say Tom HKR did really well to get through. It's his debut tonight, and to make it in the top 10 of the GT race and get here is a hell of an achievement. Obviously it's tricky coming in as this is quite new to the game and quite new to certainly racing against standard of these guys, you know, because if you're starting off in the sport mode ranks, you'd be nowhere near people of this, they'd be nowhere near the pace of these guys, so Tom did really well to make it through. But yeah, this is a tight old qualifying. Let's see what's happening at the front. It's only on improving here. Again, you've got to talk about improved drivers. SH won a couple of races last year, but this year is really matching it on pace with these guys. Smiley's just improved, it's just off Penelope. There's nothing in it though. I think the one lap pace, there's not a lot in it. These guys have just got to work on their race pace and try and match her over the longer distance, particularly when the strategy comes into play. But we'll see. No, there's no improvement there at the minute. And there won't definitely be an improvement there from Smiley. So Penelope's still our pole sit at the minute. It's incredibly tight. I don't think we are going to get into 16s though, so it does look like it's going to be a 17 pole. We'll just stick through sector 1. So, although it's a short lap, so hard to hook one up round here. Now she's improving slightly. Stick with the battle here for pole. Really tidy through there. Maybe a bit too much exit curve, we'll see, because we're just about to get to sector 2 in a moment. J8 Racing's just gone up into P5, it's still Dad Leisure, splits the pro drivers. It's just down. But we'll stick with her to the end of this lap. Is she going to make the line for the continuation? I don't think she is. Oh, no, she is not going to improve, so can Smiley improve? This is his final lap. Oh, it's going to be tricky. It was on the grass there. So Penelope did improve even with that trip off. That's something else. Just have a look at how SH is doing. He's on his final lap now. Oh, it's a 10th in it. It's down close. See, Smiley's pushing like mad. There's another puff of grass there. It's really between these three. And Dad Leisure's done incredibly well in P4, but these three on a track this small to give this much gap to the rest. Really aggressive through the chicane. This is probably it for our pole shootout. Coming to the last corner. Can he do it? No. No improvement there. Looks like the rest of the guys here pretty much cruising around now. So, it's pole for Penelope by 1/10. SH done P2. Smiley P3. Dad Leisure head of the GT drivers P4. Pardon me, J87 in P5. Gloss Boss in P6. Look at Panda P7. Lucky Egg P8, The Filthy P9, Highfeld P10. Yeah, Chunky says great effort from Dad Leisure, absolutely right there. Papa Stevo P11, Apex P12, top 12 all within a second. P13, Demon J is just over a second outside. Captain Bongo P14 and Tom in P15. So we'll just wait for the continuation to wind its way down. The guys make it back to the pits, and then we'll be underway for the main race in about 3-4 minutes time. We'll be in the way at 19:25. No. I think in 10 minutes time it will just count down. There we go. Right. Let's get a quick screenshot of that quality result. Incredibly close. But yeah, we'll be underway for the race in about a minute's time. It's a grid start, and as I say, we're going into turn 1 that isn't a hard braking zone. So that's going to always make things tricky, and then we're going to go into a really tight first sector, so going to be interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if we see an incident. I certainly hope not. We've had a relatively easy time of it in the stewards room so far this season, but yeah, this is tricky. It's a narrow old track, and we'll see how it plays out. Right, we'll get the start race button ready. Yeah, as Lucky just said, very close quality. I think it's going to be a tight race. We've had some fantastic racing so far, but what we haven't had is an all-out battle for the race win. There's a lot of battling further down, but it'd be great if we can have a battle for the race win. A lot of that is going to come down to how this race starts. As you can see, that is just about to get underway. Again, the game makes me do this on the off every time, but yeah, we are on grid start with a false start check. We are 3, 4, 5 red lights. Oh, is that a false start from Beeman at the back? But that's a good start by the Mercedes. Porsche looks like it's just about hanging on. It sometimes struggles to do. Oh, they make it through. Right, so far, Penelope's she's started on the softs. That's probably why she's flown off the start. As I said before, seems to be able to drive those tyres just forever, but we'll see how it goes around here. So far, Penelope's out. So I'd lead. Oh, Smiley, his side is across the grass. How has he kept hold of that? He's going to lose places, but man, that could have been a hell of a lot worse. That is an incredible save, and now he's got Mercedes J87 all over him. Leclerc's trying to make the move on J87 here. It's going to be a hard battle into the chicane. As you can see, these guys in the tow, Supra, as we know, ultra quick on the straights. Leclerc going to go for the move into the chicane. Looks like he backs out of it. It is lap 1. There's 44 laps to go after this one. Oh, Smiley's really struggling on this opening lap. I don't know if it's firing the tyres up or what, but difficult first lap. And Penelope leads us away. Already 1.4 clear of SH done, but who himself has a reasonable lead to P. And he's got three GT drivers in 3rd, 4th, and 5th. But these two have got away. Can SH done stick with her here? She's on the soft tyres, he's on the mediums. So how will that play out if he can just stay within range? Looks like he's pushing like mad at the moment, but he's keeping her in sight, which is the most important thing. And we've got a taste hill battle here for the 3rd place. Now these guys with Smiley having that struggle, will they work together to try and put away from him? Because he's already closing in, or they're just going to fight hell for leather. These guys have got their own championship to fight for. This is effectively the race lead of the GT class. And these are your 3 championship leaders in that class. Panda the last 2 rounds ended up in the overall podium, just taking 2 class wins, so very interesting. We start on the mediums. The Ferrari's gone for the softs. The Ferrari kills the tyres anyway, so he probably just thinks, stuff it, I'm going to roll with it. Can he get a move done in here into the chicane? On the outside is going to be tricky. Or, yeah, that's very tricky. That's going to really cost him, and now Leclerc's going to be all over the back of him. Oh, he's probably ghosting, thank God for that. Unlucky for Panda there. Probably a risky move around the outside the chicane. But touch wood, it looks like the whole field stayed intact, which is what we like to see. The Smiley's on one of his famous recovery drives, but he's had another off. And somehow saves it again, but it's going to put Lucky all over the back of him. He's going to be all over him here, trying to pounce that mistake, because so much in these cars is, yes, they've got a lot of horsepower, but it's so much about the momentum you carry and trying to gain back that momentum when you have an halfway. So the penalty, look, extended up the inside. There's a bit of contact. They're side by side. It's going to make this stick. You can see his rear view mirror then lining up behind if anything's to happen here. Bit of door banging down the main straight. A lot of door banging down the main straight. Who's going to be late on the brakes? Let's get back to the outside. Okay, now trying to defend the inside. Smiley comes back in though. Now Highfield tries to get in this mix too. I think it all looked good and fair. Definitely some door banging, but they kept it clean, and as I say, the whole pack is intact at the moment, which is a great effort. But looking at coming back at Smiley now. Let's quickly just monitor this gap at the start. It's 2.5. You've got to bear in mind the tyre disadvantage. Just hope. Obviously we're neutral here, but we want to see a race for this lead. These two are checked out. So the race, you can never say never because you just don't know how it's going to play out. Because you've seen how easy it is to make a mistake around here. You hit one curve wrong, you put one wheel on the grass, the race will change. But if everything stays as it should be, the race is between SH and Penelope here. I think Smiley is famous for his recovery drives, but the difference is now the field are closed up. I think very much kind of the real life Red Bull situation. Last year Smiley could dig himself out of this hole. This year it's so much harder because the others have just improved so much. We didn't race here last season, but you saw the speed differential between last year's quality Brazil and this year's was crazy, where last year's Brazil pole wouldn't even got you in the top 10 this year. So it just shows how much people are improving, and obviously some of that might be down to pop changes as well, but I think overall we have to give a lot of credit to the drivers. These guys practice like mad. You only have to see in the Discord how many practice sessions they're arranging. 1, because the game's fantastic. 2, the community is brilliant. And 3, you get rewards when you practice in this game, which is certainly one of the reasons I like doing it. Last one is down to P6. Been a really tricky race start for him. I've got to say, Glossbuster's, the good thing for him, he's obviously got himself clear of this battle. He started on the softs. Front left is really struggling. We've expected that it would be the rear left that would be the limited tyre around here, but it seems to be the front left on that Corvette. But although he's going to have to pit early, he's got himself good track position at the moment, so he might even be able to extend on those tyres because of the gap he's got behind. I think he's probably got to forget about the front two. You know, as I say, they're not even in his class of competition, but those two have just set off. Let's just compare lap times. So 18.5 and 18.6, so not a lot in it. Just bar that lap 2 really, which is where Penelope opened up the majority of that gap. But at some point soon, Penelope's just done the fastest lap that one now. Because as I said, at some point soon these tyres are going to switch over, and the medium's going to become the better tyre. And that's where SH will hope to bring in that gap. Beautiful looking Aston Martin. I was thinking Aston Martin should be in green, but it's not going to be in green. It needs to look as good as that, and it looks fantastic. It takes a lot of pride SH does in his creativity on his liveries, but yeah, it's a beautiful looking car. So Smiley's got himself back to the head of his queue, so now he's got to try and hunt down Grossboss. I think the front two are gone, to be honest. So again, he's going to have to look at maximise result. He is collecting podiums at the minute. I know as the reigning champion, it's not what he's going to want, but he's just got to get the best result he can, particularly when the competition's as stiff as it is at the minute. Let's have a quick flick through. Typhon's on the back of this pack as well. Again, tyres are struggling, Pandas are really struggling. JH is actually starting the hards, which is interesting. Normally goes very aggressive on the strategy, but soon he's going to have better tyres than a lot of these guys. Look how good the McLaren is on its tyres. Oh, that's really late from Apex there, but he's made it stick. Obviously he's gone for the mediums, but again the McLaren is so kind on its tyres. Got B and J behind the BMW. The field he's really shown some great pace at times, but it's struggled so far this evening. It's P12. Oh, look, he's ended up back here. Something's obviously happened to him. His left-hand tyres are taking a battering as well. And Tom at the back of the field, but so far, you know, he's staying just about in touch with his pack ahead. Like I said, he's doing well because you come into this category of racing, it's incredibly hard. Right, so where is our main battle? Our main battle is going to be against Marty track by Ross Boss, but that's not a battle for now. I think the main battle is here, isn't it? Yeah. Apex on worn softs versus J87 on much less worn hards, and Pop Stevo on not especially worn mediums, but Pop Stevo gets the move done into chicane. J87's going to have to hope this race comes back to him through the tyre choice. Maybe he's trying to miss a pit stop, we'll see. Well, maybe it's a very hot day here, as I'm sure it looks very hot there in Atlanta. It's a very hot day here in the UK, so I'll just have a quick refreshment. Oh, look at the grass flying everywhere through there. Bob Steven, the fantastic looking Golf McLaren. Again, the grass being thrown all across the track. These guys are pushing like mad. This might be early in this race, but if you don't push here, then yeah, you know, it's going to get left for dead anyway, so you just have to push like crazy. Two McLarens here. Although they're both McLarens, there's no teams as such in this championship. It's every man for himself, so we definitely won't see the team orders, but you see how the cars follow each other here, trying to get in that slipstream. Looks like, as we suspected, most of the moves will be done into chicane. Pop Stevo too far back at the minute. The McLaren's good in its tyres. Apex's softs have seen better days. Pandas into the pits, Apex into the pits. Oh, you've got to be so. This is one of the hardest pit entries on the game, I'd say. You've got the camber against you. It's incredibly narrow, so it'll be really interesting to see how these play out, these stops. Panda's gone softs again, as has Apex. Bongo's having a bit of bumper damage repair, but he's going softs as well. Tom's on the mediums, and he's really looking after those tyres, so although he's had a few struggled a little bit in race pace, which is to be expected when it's your debut race in such a competitive tier. If he can save himself a pit stop, that's going to be at least a 20-second gain, possibly even 25. So this is what one of the things we love, is we don't put mandatory tyres in this game, and I think we've said it, sorry, in this championship, and I think we've said it before, but it just, for me, allows so much more tyre strategy than actually putting mandatory tyres in, because you'll see some guys just going hell for leather on the softs, stuff it. I'm going to do an extra, oh thanks Chunky, 26-second pit stop, so Tom's definitely going to gain some time if he can save a stop. And the other thing with that McLaren is I think it can drive on the worn tyres, whereas some of the other cars can't, so that makes a major difference as well. So Tom, you know, might well be able to nab some higher positions here just by looking after the tyres, and we're in a different race. Highfeld's in. Look at his softs, so he can obviously drive that car on the worn tyres. 10 laps in the softs is, you know, incredible effort. I did the race earlier. I'm struggling to do 10 laps on mediums in the Renault, so really shows the difference in how cars and driving styles and all make a difference to your tyre wear. So this puts Tom up to P11. Right, so Boss has pitted as well. He's gone mediums now on this stint. The field feed's also gone for the high, so this is where it's going to be interesting. Again, we're not going to know probably until lap 35, 36 where everyone is in net positions. It's going to be just too hard to track with such a variety of strategies being played. The left-hand tyres are just taking batterings, aren't they? The Smiley, yeah, has got himself into P3 with a comfortable-ish gap behind. SH is keeping Penelope in sight, but this is the thing that impresses with Penelope. Now, at the minute SH is doing the better times, he's still staying in the 119s. Penelope's just started to dip into the 120s. So I wonder if this gap can come down. This is what Penelope does so well, is just being able to still keep a good pace on the warm tyres. But SH is, the problem is soon he won't have a tyre advantage for much longer. But he's bringing this gap down to the point where he's in possible undercut range, depending on what these guys do on the fuel. I'd imagine the next stop will be a no refuel stop. But the other thing that's very hard to work out on this game is where he'll come out when he pits. This is the thing, because if he can get it within under 2 seconds, you'd think that's a possible undercut territory. But he's definitely keeping her honest. She's been kept more honest than she was last week at this, at this stage for sure. But we'll track the time here. Can he stay in the 119s? That seems to be the key. He goes early. He's gone for the early stop, so seeing where he comes out is going to be key. Oh no, he's following Penelope in. You think it might have been a case of do what the other one doesn't, but there's a yellow flag ahead. What do that's for? Smiley goes on another lap. This is interesting. So Penelope's going back on the sauce. SH is going on the mediums. This is where it's interesting on how she just is able to just keep running the softs. But what these guys are going to have to do now, potentially, although it looks like she's timed it pretty damn well. Not quite as well. So this could be key now. This is a key phase of the race. This is what could allow SH Dunn to get back into it, and as Chunky just commented there, the acid is heavy on the tyres. The Mercedes seems to drive on worn tyres very well as well, doesn't it? Which makes a big difference. How Penelope and SH clear this traffic? No, it's not traffic, because these guys have gone for different strategies. This is for position, so there's no blue flags here. This is, for me, this could be the determining factor in this race on how they clear this. So Penelope's got alongside there and made one the move stick. What SH has got to do is get past. Oh no, so something happened there to SH. It's got to have. Something's obviously happened there, because he's now way back. Oh, that's such a shame. I don't know what's happened there, but it's put him behind the filter, whether it was his or whether it's been an incident with somebody. But that looked like we're just about to get to a really spicy battle. Now, if this move sticks, which it looks like it's gonna, then this could be race done. Smiley's just gone out the pits now. So we say that Tonka's still going, so he's going to save a stop here on a lot of these guys. What a shame for SH Dunn. That looked like we were really shaping up for a potentially interesting battle there. But again, some of these guys are trying to save a stop. I think if anyone's going to beat Penelope, it looks like it's going to have to be on strategy. I think trying to beat on pure race pace right now seems impossible. That Leisure is driving really well. He's going to pit this lap. But he's extended, he's got a decent gap to Papa Stevo behind, so it's going to be really interesting where he comes in. Papa Stevo's going to follow him in as well. Taking any fuel on neither of those guys, but it makes plenty of sense. So we were pretty much where we were. Obviously, Dad Leisure has lost, and he hasn't lost place to Crossboss, has he? But he's extended though, which is interesting. Now he's going softs for distance, so that's very interesting. So we've seen, as I say, we've seen a real mix of tyres, real mix of strategies. We'll see how it all plays out later on. So these guys both running the hards. Yeah, Chunks is Dad Legend most improved driver. I'd agree with you. Or Panda. Panda last year, you know, showed patches but lacked consistency. So back-to-back podiums. But yeah, probably is between those two. And you've probably got to put Gospos in that mix as well. And see that the three of them are going miles clear in the GT class and are probably pro pace. But you know, they've earned the right to fight for that GT championship. So we'll see how it plays out. So however well they do in that first race, this is where the points are scored, this is where you've got to deliver, and that's exactly what they're doing. So it looks like again Penelope is clear. It's just going off into different postcode. We don't know what happened to SH Dunn, we missed it. Yeah, agreed. Chunky saying that what we mentioned before, the race start, the GT guys do a race before, which definitely helps them, but there's nothing to stop the pro guys doing their own practice race beforehand. Yeah, these guys are going for a slightly different strategy. They're trying to potentially save a stop. I'd imagine them maybe going to pit this lap and 2-stop. The one is just isn't on the cards, is it? Looking at the tyre wear, so it's going to be a 2-stop at least. SH Dunn hunting these guys down, is going to have to clear them quickly, but yeah, it's a shame that we were denied that battle by whatever happened, because it looked like we were shaping up for probably our first battle for a race win this season. But talking of battles, there was definitely battles shaping up over back here. So got Smiley and Papa Stevo. He's probably going to have the best view of this, so let's have a look. Just ride on board with him. Great camera this, you know, you can really see all the weight transfer, you can see every bump in the track, clear view of what's ahead, aggressive on the curbs. You just see, oh yeah, was just worried if that'd be affected at all by the dirty air, but no, really good through there. And then going on board now with ahead Lucky Egg. I've seen him battling with Smiley for quite a bit of this race. Oh, Smiley running a little bit wide again. Oh, Smiley's going for it the inside. Move done. Now we know that this super's quick on the straight, so... Oh, and the Panda have a bit of a snap on that exit there. As his Smiley leads them into here. But yeah, the two guys behind are side by side. Super, as we said, very quick on the straight. Looks like a move turn. Oh, I was really worried there that the keg might tag Smiley, but he's recovered, but now he's compromised himself. Panda comes straight back at him. Great race between these two. Again, Papa Stevo just coming right onto the back of it now. Oh, Panda runs a little bit wide because Stevo. It's going to be tricky to get a move done in here, but can he make that stick? What a move that is by Papa Stevo. Incredible move. Very brave, very trusting in Panda. He's sticking as well with Lucky Egg. Smiley's just pulled a little bit ahead of him. Highfield having a really great race in P7, but then tyres are struggling again ahead. That Legend JH are going on again. Does make you think they're going to try and one stop, so they're what we're looking at, lap 22, 23? Yeah, tough ass. Oh, one of them's in, JH is in. There we go, Dad Ledger in the back of the Filthy. Is he going to try and make that move into turn one? He pulls out. Probably sensible, but he's got to run anyway through there. Nice move, nice move. Yes, he's got a tyre advantage, but great drive out of there. Pulled out the move into turn 1 and just got a really good run through turn 2 and 3 to make it stick. And what a race he's running now. He's going to be trying to hunt down his good friend Grossboss, North American compatriot. And that gap's down to 2.7 seconds. Beautiful looking Corvette, I've got to say. So yeah, so it's done. He's got himself back into P2, but that error's just see how costly it's been. The gap for the race lead is miles again, unfortunately. Highfield is probably going to be next to. He's going to be catching the Filthy for sure. He's going to be next to be attacked probably by Smiley, but he's going to go on again on the worn tyres. Plan then say like I can't see the full message, but see feeling them well away. I'd always say the best thing to do is just to bang it in AI mode. Obviously, if you're tired from the race, it's going to be a quali ban for round 5. AI mode we technically allow because we don't. Oh, I thought afterwards we don't, as we can't know you in AI mode. I know obviously no real, but there's no penalty to go into AI mode, so I'd suggest it's the better choice of the two. We saw Highford having a got to come get has that extra lap costing there going on and the tyres are worn. It's always the gamble you're paying with these tyre strategies. But here we go back to this battle. Smiley, it looked like he'd lost these guys, but they are still going on. But yeah, Smiley followed by Lucky and followed by Poppy Steve. Now the Filthy hasn't pitted yet, but he's really looking after those tyres well in this one, we've got to say. He's got to be one stopping it, so this is net now. He's in net positions for sure. Pop Stevo's just set the fastest lap of the race. He's flying. He's going to be eyeing up these two. He's really mixing it with these guys. He's really closing up on Lucky Egg now. Full of commitment through that first sector, you can see. Driving brilliantly. He's going faster again. Let's see, closing up. So tricky because as soon as you start battling, your overall race pace suffers unless you get moved on really quickly. See, not getting on that super is damn quick on the straights. Well, that comment, I'll never look at this track again and not think of fried chicken. Oh, has he gone deep? Has he gone deep? He has. Oh no. I did that myself. Oh, crikey, I thought what was going on there. I did that myself in the race earlier. And one mistake here is just so costly. It's really unfortunate because he had really good pace. Okay, mate, no problem. God, what a battle we have going on here, though. I said the Filthy's still trying to make these tyres last. And he makes it stick. Obviously trying something different on the strategy. It's always good to see a variety of strategies and how they'll all come together later on. We're going to try and come back here in the slipstream. I can imagine the keg will pull away, but yeah, I think it's too far back. we're just getting close to the midpoint of the race. It's a battle here for P5, 6 and 7. What's the gap? So they're 6 seconds off, well, 6.5 seconds off P4. It's going to be tricky to make up. I'll say these guys are driving a really good race. So, oh, but Dad Legend's really closed up on Rosbos now, and they're coming to blue flags. Now the interesting thing with blue flags is they don't have to move out the way. They definitely can't defend, but yeah, they don't have to move out the way either. Now this is battle for last place on the overall podium, but also battle for the GT class race win. I only imagine that Apex has had a few difficulties. He seems to be, is he let them both by? I'd hope if he's going to let one by, I'd hope he'd let both by. Yeah, they're through. So this is it. This is the battle for, as I say, overall podium position, but also GT class win. Into this turn one, which has seen catch a few out, makes me feel slightly better about myself getting caught on it earlier, but Rosbos has gone deep. Oh, what a shame. And he's hit that barrier, which is a nightmare to get away out of. That turn one is really catching a lot of people out tonight, myself included, but he gets back on track. But man, P3 to P8, front bumper damage, front suspension damage, tyres shot to pieces. That's been a difficult trip to the barrier for him. Tom doing really well here, because the how much Pando and Thingy are struggling, he might get a really good result in the end here. So, Penelope back in the pits. No, it's not as dead as I thought it would be, actually. I wonder what SH does here. Because if she comes out in clear air, she might not come out in clear air though. There's always an element of jeopardy when you're coming through. Oh, actually a couple behind the pitted as well, which has really helped her out. Inadvertently, of course. But yeah, it's going to come out in clear air. See quite a few of these guys now making their stops, refueling. Beautiful looking that Nissan. So, and also here, Rosbos refueling, and will be repairing as well. And Jay makes stuff as well, so a lot of the guys stopping there. Where's this bringing Tom into things? Tell you what, I think he's driving a really good race. He comes straight in at this level, not doing a great deal of sport mode either. Now Tom, very accomplished driver in the F1 tiers, but this is a different beast. You know, these cars are different, the game's a lot different. He's doing really well. The Hilf is gone on to another set of hard, so he's doing a one stop. So he is out now to the end, no matter regardless what these other guys do. Highfire is still pounding those soft tyres. Lucky's gone back onto another set of softs. JH has gone medium, so I wonder if he's gone long on that first and then going to do two mediums, is what I would predict. That Leisure's come back into it, it's gone back onto softs. Yeah, I was a bit surprised there that Steve-O didn't try and hold Penelope up, because he'll be in a party of SH done, but he does care more about his own race, and rightly so. Maybe SH is just accepting that there's not a great deal I can do. I need to take my P2 and just bank it, and he's doing an excellent job. And over the one lap, there's not much in it, but it's the race pace which is killing them at the minute. And similar for Smiley's, the race pace and the race starts are proving very tricky, and just the odd error here and there. But things could have been a lot worse when you see how much he's saved a couple of potential incidents before that. So he Porsche's brake disc glowing like mad there. SH is in. Oh, no, yeah, he's done the right thing there, because that, if he'd have carried on with that pit stop, which I think he was aiming to pit, that would have been a definite 3-second penalty. He's definitely done the right thing. SH is refueling as well. Oh, SH's got a lot shorter on the refuel, so I think Penelope at the next stop will do. Oh, who's that? Smiley. He's off into the wall. But doing the pit stop. Oh god, these two come out side by side. That will not be good for SH's any hopes of shortfall and trying to make up the gap. But Smiley went on the extra lap to not get, because he looked like he got a 3-second penalty for crossing, but now had an off. Which hasn't left him any damage. The left hand side tyre is completely shot. But that would have cost him more than even the 3 seconds would have. So yeah, saved a time loss in one area, but unfortunately gained it in another. Oh, he's off again. He's really struggling. Really struggling, but here we go. So this is bad leisure. I'll tell you what a race he's driving though. He's lower on fuel, so he's obviously short fuel a little bit last stop. But I'm about to have a battle here. Chunky, if you're still watching, how come this Aston's left-hand drive was a British car? If you're still watching, that's a nice move done. Smiley's into the pits. Is Dad Leisure going to be able to respond here? And the slipstream is the main straight. Does he just try and stick with SH? And keep it clean through there. No, I agree. From what I've seen so far, we can't catch all 16 cars, but yeah, it looks like the racing on a tough track again has been to a very high standard. It looks like the rejoins, as you say, have been very safe. We don't allow the auto rejoin to track here, so that's, yeah. That's interesting. Yeah, I was asking Chunky why the Aston's left-hand drive, that they didn't want to fly one to the US, so they made it out there. So that's interesting. I guess that was probably for the IMSA series, wasn't it? But yeah, very interesting. But you got to say, Dad Leisure, what a drive this is. He's sticking with SH as well here. They have closed the gap to Penelope, but it's mainly because they've taken on less fuel. So at the next stop, that gap's going to extend and they have to take on slightly more. As you see, it's going to early evening here. Lights are starting to come on. But yeah, these two just definitely a battle for position. I mean, Dad Leisure is on the soft side on lower fuel, but he's really sticking with SH Stern here. So maybe, I'm sorry to everyone, I wrote off earlier that the front two had checked out. And obviously done a disservice there, and I think JH is trying to make a different strategy work as well. Oh, Pop Steve, lucky okay, about for P5. Can he hold off the Super of the slipstream and its higher straight line speed? But yeah, looks like way too far back at the moment. That's another interesting fact, and Chunky basically become a co-commentator tonight, but 99% of race cars are left-hand drive due to most tracks running clockwise. It's interesting. I think the only one I've noticed that's right-hand drive is this Supra. I think all the others are left-hand drive. I also love the fact that the Supra's on an old touring car style gear lever as well, as opposed to the paddle shifts. I think in actual terms of sim racing gear, look, he's on the Fanatec McLaren wheel, so obviously we'll have paddle shifters on there, but his in-game character is changing gears on a touring, well, I would refer to it as a British touring car style gear lever. I'm sure that's not the official term for it. Sounds fantastic though, this Supra, doesn't it? I mean, most of these cars do, but yeah, it sounds really good. It is making inroads on Papa Steve though. Maybe Papa Steve is defending a bit of fresh air there. Hope he hasn't compromised his line. Doesn't look so. Getting closer, getting closer. This is shaping up into a good, interesting battle as it's getting darker and darker every lap. So I think we will be pretty much dark by the end. Smiley down at P11. He's gone hard now. Is he just going to go to the end? Maybe he just thinks it's the only way I can get a tyre to last. So Apex had a trickier night than we would have thought. So let's get back to this battle. It's the main battle we have on track now. Although saying that, Dadlish is still sticking with SH10. What a drive he is, but this looks very close here between these two. Oh, I wonder if Steve has compromised his line again there slightly, and we'll lucky get the run onto him into here. They avoid the lap car there, thankfully. All over the back here. I imagine that McLaren will be better through this first sector. Yeah, it looks that way. So Papa Steve extends slightly through here. Lucky brings it closer again through the straight. But yeah, if anything, Steve is growing the gap here. Also looks very dark and gloomy. Unfortunately, rain isn't possible at this track. Only certain tracks in Gran Turismo have the wet weather enabled. I think it's just going dark and gloomy as we get to the evening. As we go again into here, brake disc glowing. It's just proving hard to get a move to stick. As I say, you can see the top right we have got the tailwind, which will be adding to the slipstream, but the straights just don't seem long enough. Papa Steve is not going to give this place up easily. Let's get back. And Dad Leisure's got back ahead of S8's done. So I don't know how that's come to fruition. But also, it would be surprising for SH now to be that far back off that measure. We'll just see. But yes, we will get back to that battle as S8 Sun starts to close up. Have we got them damaged? No. Let's stick with this one for now. And chunks right, Mercedes 1-2 could be on. Oh, Steve has gone deep. That really will compromise him this time. Yeah, Leclerc's got the run. Shame from Stevo. It was proven difficult to get past, but then unfortunately just presented the opportunity. Let's go to SH to see if he can catch up to Dad Leisure. Track conditions will be changing now. The temperature will be, obviously track temperature will be coming right down. Is he on the back of this? Yeah. The Super is quite a big old car, isn't it? Oh yeah, gap staying about the same to about slipstream, although it is on for a better lap this time out. I would say, I mean, if he can bring this home, it's without doubt drive the day until from Dad Leisure. Turn one, you know, just there's time to be had there, but it's so risky. Gaps within a second. Oh, crikey. Yeah, pushing that mad relics up through there. Oh no, SH. He saved it though. Somehow he saved it, but that's going to really surely give the advantage now to Dad Leisure in this battle for P2. These two are still going at it. I thought that when the kid got past him, he might be able to pull away. It's certainly not the case. This guy's going to be due pits very soon. Should be their final pit stops, as I thought, you know, from lap 35, 36, we'll know net positions of everybody then. And if these guys are pit now, because Lucky won't want to get undercut. So Stevo probably does whatever Lucky doesn't do there. These pit crews go to work, so Dadler's got a fair bit of fuel to put in. I don't know if he's already leaving the pits. Back with the pit crews here. Dadler does get out and looks ahead of SH done. The keg's out now. Dadler's gone low on the fuel than the other guys. He thinks he can save some. Oh wow, what a battle I've just come into here. Crikey, so SH has, poor SH done is a difficult old even, now he comes out right in the middle of this battle. Yeah, looks like the Mercedes is the car to have round here for sure. Yeah, so SH done has gone from having a comfortable P2 to now having to fight like definitely. These are, I don't know about JH. Are you going to get those to the end? No. But you still got to try and get past these people. Bump drafting JH down there. Just putting ahead of the filthy. How's all this going to play out here? Got to put a lot of trust in your fellow driver's braking points. It looks like we've got through okay. As it goes, pretty much the full evening now. This is some battle shaping up here. Yeah, he's never getting there on fuel either, so he's stopping again. Yeah, I think you're right, Chunk. I think a few cars will be touch and go by the end on their tyres. Yeah, so it's just allowing Dan Leisure to build a gap, and they looked relatively close on pace before. It's a matter of SH Dunn's got to clear JH and then try and eat back into this 2-second advantage for Dan Leisure, which I think is going to be tough. We'll see. Oh, it's really squirrely out there for the Mercedes. Got to say, it's a really beautiful track as we go past sunset into dark. It just a couple more stops further back here. Oh yeah, it's a good point. And Chunky there saying that obviously Scott SH Dunn's going to be on the softs now to the end. So Tom's in a P12 at the minute, which should be a hell of a result if he can hang on to it. Right, let's get back. These two are still going at it here. Let's go GT7 and SH Dunn. Can SH make the stick into the chicane? You'd have thought so. If he can hold this inside here, you'd think he'd get the better drive. Great brake discs are growing like crazy. But yeah, he's through. He's got 2.5 seconds now to catch for P2. God, JH makes it into the pits with just 1 second left on the fuel. Right, let's follow. Yep, Steve Unlucky Egg still going at it for P5. Steve has managed to get himself back ahead. And then we'll get back to SH Dunn's pursuit of P2 as well. Well, we are pretty much full night time now. So if this track isn't hard enough, it's not especially like lit up from the sides either, you're pretty much just relying on your headlights. Oh yes, because the Filthy's P4, he's gone old hards though. You'd think the advantage would go to these two guys, but you just never know. Filthy may have played a blinder with the tyre strap. These two are already having an incredible battle, and if it then becomes a three-way battle when they catch the Filthy, that can make it really interesting. Really difficult night for Smiley down P7. I don't think he's making up that time, you know. He's got worse tyres than he's on hards. I think he's going to have to just take P7 and just write it off as a difficult night at the office. It's all perspective. Plenty of people here that would bite the right hand off for a P7, you know, but when you're the reigning champion, it's not quite the result you'd be looking for, particularly when you see your new championship contender just demolishing the field up in P1. Here we go then, the Filthy and Papa Stevo. Yeah, that's a good point. Now that the track temperature would drop those hard tyres. The tricky, now the kids, if Stevo could get past the Filthy here, and then look, he has to follow him for a bit, you'd think it would give him the P4. Seems to have made that stick now. Now your key is, yeah, it's just letting already look at the gap Steve has pulled. So can look and get this move done into turn 1. He's gone late on the brakes. Looks like he's made it stick. Yeah, he made it stick just. But he's lost 1.8 to Bob Stevo now. Ah. SH all over the back of Dad Leisure now. Oh, a bit of contact there. You can see he's flashing the lights as well, just trying to intimidate and put him off. They're coming to lap cars, so I hope they stay out of this. It's really close now. It's flashing lights like crazy. Be annoying, Dad Leisure. It might not be the most sporting thing in it you've ever seen. But oh, Dad Leisure really defending hard. They're coming to the lap cars here as well. Tom lets them through. This is tasty old battle, this. I think that's another lap car ahead. Yes, it is. This is good. There's no thought here from Dad Leisure, just take the class win. If you can get a P2 overall, I mean, you got to take it. To go down here, is any chance to move through here? Let's have a quick look at the tyres. SH is just slightly more worn. Dad Leisure's gone deep. I don't think there's any contact there. Oh, maybe there was. It looks like SH is giving him the position back. There must have been contact for him to do that. But is he going to go straight back on the offensive now? Papa Stevo's unlucky they're going to be on the back of this party soon. There's no damage to either driver. They're going to come back up to the lap car again. Yeah, Aston seems like it is very hard on its tyres. They are racing again for position here. And it's really dark now, so you're going to his last few laps. They've got to try and clear the lap car, that's for sure. I'd imagine they'll get him into here. Oh, these are close. Let's have a look at, yeah, they're playing if his tyres are fine. Oh, these two are really having a great battle for this P2. Some battle this. But I think they're going to be joined very soon by Stevo and Lucky if they keep battling. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? If anything, the gap's got bigger, but as means they get ahead, less likely to make a mistake because you're not pushing, not losing time because you're not battling. From what we see, hasn't made any mistakes, so you factor in the mistakes, the pushing, the battling, and it's just giving up such a time delta to the front. But yeah, we're about so how far? Oh, Lucky, something's obviously happened to Lucky because he's fallen right back off Bob Stevo. Still on for a good solid P5, but yeah, I think Bob Stevo's going to try and join this battle if he can. Yes, he is. He's arrived on the scene here. It's this is going to make things very interesting, that we now have a three-way fight. From what we thought was going to be a comfortable P2 for SH Dunn, he's having to drive his absolute wheels off his car to hang on for this P2. He's got Dad Leisure and P3 behind. His brother Steve-O in P4. Dad Leisure and Steve-O are also battling for the class win here. So we have 2 laps to go, and this is set for a very interesting battle. Yeah, Chunky just said to me, family war if Steve-O takes P2 here, but I think that'll be the least of his concerns. And Dad Leisure's driven such a good race. It'd be heartbreak if he lost out on a class win on a podium here, but let's see how this plays out. Yeah, we do. Normally there's 3 Dunn brothers, SH, MG and Papa Steve-O. It's just the 2 of them tonight. They're brothers, they're good friends, but they fight each other like tooth and nail as well. So yeah, there won't be any favours given, that's for sure. Now, SH is dealing now with completely, Chunky called this, the front left has given up on him. So that's what he's going to have to be factoring in as well. Penelope's on a final lap. We'll get back and make sure we give her her moment. Dad Leisure on the fuel. Yeah, looks like he's basically on fumes. But he is all over it at SH now. That front left is, I think, completely given up on him. What a battle this is for the podium places. I think Dad Leisure's got to try and stick with him and then try and get something in that chicane, but he's going to be fought so hard, and any mistake, Papa Steve-O's going to nab P3 and the class win off him. So he's got to worry up a lot here. We've got the lap car to deal with as well, as if there wasn't enough drama here. I've got to say, this race has flown by. We'll get to Penelope in a minute, give her dues as she crosses the line, takes an excellent race win. Well done, Penelope. Just absolutely faultless again. In the battle here, I think Dad Leisure's now had to forget about chasing SH Dunn and try and hold on to this P3. Can we get through this chicane? They're side by side. I think Steve-O makes it stick. And what a drive. They've both driven fantastically well, but Papa Steve-O is going to take P3 and also take the class win for the GT category. Well done, Papa Steve-O. Incredible drive from Dad Leisure. Could have been P2. If he offered him P4 before the race, he takes it, I'm sure, but he's going to be gutted to have missed out on that P2. Lucky Egg takes P5. The Filthy's made the one-stop work and taking a P6. Smiley P7, Glossboss P8, JH in P9. Beam and J is coming round to take P10. Highfeld P11, Apex P12, Tom HKR, fantastic result on debut to take P13 in a field as competitive as this. Well done, Tom. Captain Bongo takes P14, and Panda, after back-to-back podiums, will be very disappointed to take a P15 there. But yeah, fantastic race. Shame we didn't get the battle for the lead that we wanted. But man, we had some battles further down the field. Just quickly recap your race results. So Penelope takes the win and fastest lap, so another 41-point haul. SH Dunn sticking with early on, and there was a moment where it looked like he might be the gain on as they came out in lap traffic, but something happened, we're not quite sure what, but that put him behind. He takes P2, his brother Papa Steve joins P3, takes the class win for GT. That Leisure, fantastic drive from him tonight, P4. Lucky Egg takes another solid points finish in P5. The Filthy, again, solid points, making the one-stop work, P6. Smiley, our reigning champion, we disappointed in his night's work, it's P7, more points on the board. Glossboss, we saw running in the pole positions earlier on, but any mistake around here is always going to be critical, was caught out by the tricky turn 1. But it takes P8 for the solid result for him. JH Racing, again, I think looked well set at some points in that race, but a difficult evening. takes P9, Beeman J takes P10, Highfield takes P11, Apex P12, Tom HKR P13, Captain Bongo P14, Looker Panda P15, and then just going back to finish off from our sprint race, it will be then Shippo, myself in P16, Stay Banter's P17, and Charger P18. Thank you all for joining us. And as Chucky just put there, phenomenal from Stephen and Dad Ledger. Great racing all round from what I could see. They're a really difficult track, particularly when it goes to night that time as well. But some fantastic racing all round. And congratulations to Penelope, our overall winner, and Papa Steve, our GT class winner. We are on a break week next week, so the next time we'll see you will be Father's Day for our race at Circuit the Crew. But break week next week. We look forward to seeing you all in 2 weeks' time on Father's Day. Thank you all and see you soon.